Hi, my name is Freya. I am currently homeless, living in my car. I have a 2006 Toyota Sienna that I have converted into a living space for myself and my dog, Perseus. I am in this situation after divorce, job insecurity, loss, and grief. But I am rebuilding my life through writing my romance novels, manifestation, working remotely, and finding side hustles and gig work to do. I'm so glad you're here. Welcome. I want to talk to you about what it's really like to feel homeless, as well as discuss some of the situation of the choices I'm trying to make right now. This feeling of desperation that I have, as well as this feeling of hope. But there's like this swinging pendulum that keeps going to both sides. And it's so hard to look at it objectively and not feel afraid or not feel angry or helpless. I don't want desperate energy coming from me out into the world. I want powerful thoughts. I want inspirational thoughts. I want confidence. But sometimes that's really hard to build while you're in a car. Let me explain. Right now I'm parked at a grocery outlet and a Starbucks, and I am sorry about the noise around me. Last month, my YouTube channel was monetized. It is so victorious. The feeling that I have, like everything's going to be okay. This is one of the paths that I wanted for so long, and I'm so excited. And my romance novels just got talked about on social media by a few different readers. So this is so exciting. These are great steps. But then there's this other pendulum swing. And see, and this is where I start to become indecisive, and I start to feel like I'm not sure what to do. And I guess I need a little advice too. The other side of the pendulum is feeling like everything's happening. It's going to happen. It's here. It's now. But then going this way and realizing that the last video I posted didn't do very well at all. It had like 400 views, and it was me cooking outside at night and manifesting. And I mean, I've seen a few other people cook outside, and usually viewers have liked that from other people. Maybe that's just not what I'm supposed to be doing. But it was kind of a hit. And then, you know, I'm watching the book sales, and I'm about $45 in right now, and it's only the first week, and that's really good. I get scared, and I think to myself, well, maybe your dreams are too lofty. Maybe you can't do this. Maybe you think you're manifesting, but maybe the universe is just... And I'm trying really hard and believing. And like I said earlier, I don't want that desperate energy to come out of me, but sometimes I just feel desperate and frustrated and scared. Okay, it's time now for me. And I still believe that it's happening, but I just wonder why it seems to be taking so long. And I work really hard to project it and to see it as happening now. But sometimes it's really hard. It's scary. It's scary being out on your own, being 55 years old. Am I 55? God. 55. So some of those choices and thoughts that I've thought about is finding a small town. See, I've had some really well-meaning, wonderful people ask me, why don't you move to a place that's cheaper than staying like toward the coast? The only reason why is because here on the coast, the weather is so much easier to navigate. I mean, during the day, you can see me, I'm in a semi-short sleeve shirt. I don't have to wear a coat all day, and I don't have to worry at night about setting up a heater. but the gas is astronomical, and the prices of food here, it's worse. And so the idea of leaving is like, yes, that is such a good idea, but the weather is so bad. Still, there's still snow or rain in certain areas. A really nice person offered me to stay at an RV park, even though I'm in the car, up in an area in northern Cali. But she was like, but to warn you, it's, you know, there's still snow, and then there's mud, and, you know, the weather's kind of rough. So I've been thinking about getting a like a little dashboard heater that I can plug into my generator through the evening, and then it shuts off at certain temperatures. I was looking on Amazon for one, and maybe an electric blanket. I guess the question is, do I settle? Do I give up? Do I find a place and fill out forms for low-income housing? I mean, I am not technically disabled, but I know that mentally I wouldn't be able to work at like a regular stationary space. It would hurt me emotionally and mentally. I know that. And I feel like that's the same thing that's going to happen if I sign up for some type of low-income housing. And why would I be bumped up to the top of the list? Like, there's no reason why. There's so many more people who need that more than I do. And I know that I feel like I'm answering my own questions, but I'm not, because I still fight with it, like, on a regular daily basis. And then there's this part of me that says, no, don't give in. Keep striving, keep working, keep filming, keep doing this journey, keep showing how it's possible to get out of this car, to live some type of a semblance of an adventure while you're in it, even while you're homeless, and film and travel to the best of your ability and keep on pushing for what you really want. I mean, I know what I want to do. I wonder if things are really going to work, if things are really going to pan out for me. And I know so many of us wonder what's going to happen next. And that's where I am. I'm wondering what's going to happen next. And some days I am full of like effervescent champagne bubbles. Like, I got this. I feel so confident. And then there are other days when, I don't know, it just doesn't feel that way. And that's where I've been this past couple of days. When you're in a house, you're concerned about things breaking and needing to call a plumber and things like that. When your car is your home, every day you turn that car on and that engine goes on, you are grateful. Okay, so those are the things that I have been, it's been like this wicked tennis match in my head, just hitting that ball back and forth to, you're never going to make it, just give up, to, oh yes I am, I'm going to keep on pressing and keep on pushing and believing. But I definitely had some cry sessions this week where I felt like the universe was not on my side. And like maybe manifestation wasn't really real. Okay. I can tell you though that I did manifest this car, because when I was losing my RV, I like talked to the universe and very specifically said, I need one that has a sun moon roof for air. And just because it's one of the better older Toyota Siennas. And literally within a week, this came to me. So why is it so hard to do the others? To manifest the full-on success of my books, to manifest the full-on success of my YouTube channel and making content and, you know, manifesting, it's like, okay, so I started to put out more resumes out again for remote work, thinking, okay, maybe if I can get something else. But then I'm like, you would think you have all kinds of time in the world because you're living in a car. It doesn't really work that way. You're often mentally stressed and exhausted because every day without enough money is a day where it's still a struggle. I'm not asking for money. That's not what I'm doing. I want you to know what it's like and the fear that comes with it when you're in a car seeing other people out there with shopping carts and wondering what happened. What I understand there's drugs and I understand there's mental illness, but was there a point where they just gave up? These are the things that I felt like I've been grappling with. And I also think that part of that is my mental state. When I am eating completely carnivore, it's very helpful for my depression. But when I veer off, it often kicks my depression back, and it kicks that fear off and anxiety. But those are some of the things that I have been trying to figure out with my life. And maybe there really is no choice. Maybe this really is the way that it is at present, and the only way that I can continue is to claw myself up out of it. And that's what I'm doing. I want to make a whole new life. And I want to make a life that I can be proud of and that I can be happy with. And that I know I didn't give up. And even though I'm going through all of these things, that there is silver and gold linings in every cloudy day and rough moment that I can, will, and am getting through the obstacles that have prevented me from reaching my goals, and finding those ways and believing that the universe is opening those doors and that it is happening, to not give up, to not lose hope, to be brave and to be courageous. Maybe the right way to end that is to understand that having courage doesn't mean that there's an absence of fear. That you can still feel the fear and do it anyway. That's what I want this channel to be about. That even if you're struggling, even if you are living in a car, even if you are not sure of whatever direction you're taking in your life, to follow your heart, follow your desire, follow that bliss, and not give up, and go through it even if you're scared, because that's where the real courage is. That's where living bravely comes from. You're still going to feel afraid, but you still have to go for it, because this is the life you get. This is your life to do with it what you want to do. Don't give up. Don't settle. Don't settle for the wrong guy because he's the only guy that came around. And don't settle for that job if it's not something that's bringing you life. What is it you want to do? Let's believe together. Let's move forward. If you think I'm crazy, let me know. And if you think I'm right, let me know. I'm sending out love and positive vibes to all of you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. I'm sorry it was a little crazy. We're going to get through this. I believe that. If you like to read, please consider checking out my books by Aurora Wilding. And that is romance, sports romance, There's some dark themed elements, some cowboy novels, as well as thrillers and a mystery in Orion. And I would really like to thank my Patreons, the people who have helped me this month, and super chats. Thank you guys. You're making a world of difference for me. The fact that you're supporting me really makes me believe that I can make this the other path of my career. And I guess after all of that, the question that remains is, what do you say to taking chances?